that keyboard right behind me is the Corsair K70 Rapid Fire RGB Lux Mark II Special Edition. Something like that keyboard. I put in all the words, but I don't know if I put them in the right order. It's a very confusing name. It's quite annoying. But I love this keyboard. This keyboard is made out of, like, aluminium or stainless steel. One of the two. I think it's stainless steel because that's not what aluminium, whatever you want to call it. It's not what it looks like. This keyboard is by Corsair, and they are known for making high quality products. If you didn't know by the rest of my desk setup by now, I am a Corsair fanboy. This keyboard is built so nicely, and honestly, there's no flex with this thing. It'll just is a real trooper. Is a real trooper. The biggest thing about the Mark II Rapid Fire K70 Lux RGB, whatever the heck you want to call it, the biggest thing is their new Cherry MX speed switches. Not new. It's been around for a while. I just said new again. Dang it. These switches are amazing. They are I think, the lowest actuating Cherry MX switches on the market right now. Before I had Kale Blues, which are copies of Cherry MX Blues, which are really nice switches, and those actuate at 2 millimeters when you push it down. It takes 2 millimeters travel for the hit. These Cherry MX speed switches only take 1.2 millimeters of travel, and that's a really slight edge, like a very slight edge, like literally an 8 millimeter slight edge. It could be the difference between life and death when in an actual game, which is cool. Now the biggest thing on well, not the biggest thing, just a nice thing that all Corsair keyboards pretty much, yeah, all Corsair keyboards include dedicated media controls. Thank God. I love dedicated media controls. It's the best thing ever. That's the reason I'm happy that I have a full-size keyboard now instead of 10 keyless. I like 10 keyless for the size, but honestly, I am so happy that I can use dedicated media controls. The 3 buttons left to the Corsair logo are, well, the first one is, what is it? It's your profile switch button, which means you can switch through all the profiles of lighting effects and all the other crap that you have saved on your keyboard. And also, there's 3, it has a bit of space on the keyboard, so you can save 3 preset profiles within the software, within the iCUE software, which is a great software, by the way. Just a few nitpicks I have about it. The button in the middle is the brightness. There's 3 levels of brightness, or off if you want it off. But why would you want it off? You spent $170 on a keyboard that lights up. So why would you? I don't know why you would turn it off. Maybe if you're going to bed and you want to turn off your keyboard. That's the reason. The third button right there. Oh, this is a good one. This is the Windows lock key. Another thing that I feel like all gaming keyboards should have, because that's like the one thing that really tells you that it's a gaming keyboard. Basically, you click it, it disables the Windows button, so when you're in game, you don't accidentally click Windows and you go out of the window and all that. I never use it. I like to be able to click the Windows button and then be able to get out of my game. I never accidentally click that because I never use Alt that much. I don't know. I just don't that much. So for me, it's not the biggest thing, but I know for a lot of people, it's kind of a must-have. So you got it. Let's talk about the RGB lighting, because that is Corsair. They didn't. I don't know if they invented it. I'm not 100% sure if they invented RGB lighting, but I'm pretty sure they pioneered it in the keyboard market. Like Corsair keyboards, are the first ones to really push RGB into the marketplace. And now, I mean, can you name a keyboard that doesn't light up? That's gaming oriented? You can't. Alright, first we got Spiral Rainbow. It's a simple rainbow. It just spins around. It's all great. Then we got Rainbow Wave. It's basically the same thing as Spiral Rainbow, but it's a wave of it. And then Rainbow is basically just it cycling through all the colors. Color Shift is kind of the same thing, but it pauses and then it goes instantly. Color Pulse pulses in and out the same color or different colors. You can make the same color, or you can make it 2 colors, or as in the clip you're seeing, it's more than 1 color. Color Wave is just a wave of colors. Change the speed, change the colors. That's about it. Visor is cool. It's like a little visor effect. It just goes side to side. It's epic. We got Rain. Rain is a cool one. Rain's epic, actually. Rain is like just a bunch. I like to call it seizure mode because you can duplicate it a billion times. It's pretty crazy. Alright, this one is type lighting. Basically, when you click a key, it'll change it to any random color, or you can have it set and alternate between 2 colors. there's also a ripple effect that you can add on top of it, and that'll go through your mouse pad, your whatever, your fans, then up through the LEDs, and into the RAM. But it won't go to the RAM. It actually, when you click a key, the RAM will go off, and then everything will go off, which is really stupid, but that's how it works. Temperature, this isn't actually a really interesting one. Temperature is going to tell you in color the temperature of all your components. Like, it's set to my CPU, and it will make it like green. My keyboard will be green when the CPU is good. And then I actually tested this. I loaded up Fortnite and I started like playing, and I got doing pretty intense battle. And it actually changed orange to represent the CPU was actually gaining in temperature, which was really cool. But I mean, it's just boring, so I'm not really gonna use it. But if you want to, knock yourself out. This one's called Void Visualizer, and it's basically all the audio going through your headsets, your Corsair headset, and it just like puts it on your keyboard and like audio waves, and it's super cool. Honestly, one of the coolest effects, but I don't use it that much. Static color is one that is cool because you can make any key any color. Like, I have a profile that WSAD is highlighted in dark blue, and then like R, T, F, like X, C, Z, all those other keys that you would use are colored in a lighter blue, just so I never get a mispress. So yeah. I have that. Do you? My biggest nitpick about this keyboard, and it's the biggest nitpick everyone has with this keyboard on all the reviews I've seen of it. The cable is so big, man. It's so big. It's so big. It's braided. It's massive. It is like 4, or like 3 millimeters thick. That's like, it's pretty thick. It's a thick boy. And I had a real trouble getting it through my cable routing system down behind my desk, because it's just so big. It's just one of those ones to stick up. Just like, go down. It's like, no, I'm gonna go up. I'm like, no. It's like, yeah. It's like, and then I just gave up by that point. Yes, there is a USB 2 pass-through port. There's a port on the back. It's USB 2.0. And it's pretty useful if you want to plug in something USB related. But, like, I never really do that with my keyboard, and there's 2 USBs that you don't have to plug in. You only have to plug in 1. Just know that. If you buy this keyboard and you plug in 2, and you're like, I don't have any more room for anything because I literally have one more thing, and this keyboard, it takes 2. It doesn't take 2. It only takes 1. But if you don't plug in 2, then you can't use the USB passport. There is a certain cable that you need to plug in. It'll have a little keyboard logo on it, so keep that in mind. But it's just a nitpick because it makes the cable even thicker. It's just kind of annoying. The next video I make will most likely be something related to Fortnite because it's the only friggin' game I play for some reason. It's just, every game is just the knife going farther into my chest. Alright guys, see you in the next one. Jesus, that was so bad.